Ever wondered why some women effortlessly command attention while others fade into the background? The secret isn't in luck. It's in bold, intentional moves that ignite relentless pursuit. In today's fast-pacing world, relationships aren't built on chance. They're sculpted through actions that radiate confidence, purpose, and authenticity. Women who understand these principles don't just attract attention, they inspire men to chase them relentlessly. Stick around as we uncover the 5 bold moves that separate the magnetic from the mundane. Emotional independence is the foundation of personal power and the key to inspiring others to respect and pursue you. It's not just about being emotionally strong, it's about understanding your own value and living a life where your happiness is self-generated, not reliant on anyone else's validation or approval. For a woman who has mastered emotional independence, relationships are an enhancement to her life, not a necessity. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude this kind of confidence and self-reliance. Why? Because it communicates strength and stability. It tells the world, I am complete on my own and I choose my relationships not out of need but out of desire. This is profoundly attractive because it removes the pressure and responsibility from men to fix or complete you. Instead, it invites them into a partnership where mutual growth and respect thrive. And the same is true of women. Emotional independence begins with self-awareness. Take time to reflect on what brings you joy, fulfillment, and peace outside of a relationship. Ask yourself, what hobbies light you up? What goals are you pursuing? What kind of life are you building for yourself? By cultivating these aspects of your life, you create a sense of inner abundance that others will naturally gravitate toward. Another critical aspect of emotional independence is learning to manage your emotions in a healthy way. This doesn't mean suppressing how you feel. It means acknowledging your emotions, processing them, and finding productive ways to move forward. When you take responsibility for your emotional well-being, you show that you're in control of your life. For example, instead of seeking comfort or validation from others during tough times, develop practices like journaling, meditation, or speaking with a trusted friend to process your feelings. Men respect and admire women who can stand tall through challenges without crumbling or losing themselves. This doesn't mean you never show vulnerability. On the contrary, vulnerability, when shared appropriately, is a strength. The key difference is that you don't rely on someone else to stabilize your emotions or give your life meaning. When you're emotionally independent, you also set healthy boundaries in your relationships. You don't tolerate mistreatment, manipulation, or being taken for granted because you know your worth. This creates a dynamic where a man must rise to meet your level of emotional maturity if he wants to be part of your life. Finally, emotional independence is about maintaining your individuality. It's easy to lose yourself in a relationship, especially if you prioritize someone else's needs over your own. However, the most captivating women remain true to themselves. They continue to pursue their dreams, nurture their friendships, and engage in the activities they love, even when they're in a relationship. In essence, mastering emotional independence isn't just about attracting men. It's about building a life you're proud of and confident in. When you radiate that kind of inner strength, men don't just chase you, they admire and respect you deeply. Emotional independence is the ultimate form of self-love, and when you embrace it fully, the right people will naturally be drawn to your light. Commanding your presence is about more than just looking good or speaking well. It's about exuding an aura of confidence, strength, and authenticity that captivates those around you. When you walk into a room, your presence should speak louder than your words, drawing attention without demanding it. This isn't about arrogance. It's about showing that you belong, no matter where you are. At its core, commanding presence starts with body language. The way you carry yourself communicates volumes before you even speak. Stand tall with your shoulders back, chin slightly up, and make purposeful eye contact. This posture not only conveys confidence, but also helps you feel it internally. Avoid nervous fidgeting or closed-off gestures like crossing your arms, as these can signal insecurity. Instead, use open and deliberate movements that signal you're calm and in control. Your voice plays an equally vital role. Speak with clarity and conviction, whether you're sharing an idea or simply introducing yourself. Avoid trailing off or using overly apologetic language, as this undermines your authority. Instead, take your time to articulate your thoughts and don't be afraid of silence. It's a powerful tool that demonstrates self-assurance. When you speak as though your words matter, others will naturally listen. Commanding presence also means being intentional in how you engage with others. Listen actively and show genuine interest in the people around you. When you make others feel seen and heard, you create a magnetic connection that draws them closer. However, balance this with discernment. Give your attention generously, but selectively. Not everyone deserves your energy, and your ability to hold back when necessary only enhances your allure. Your style and appearance contribute to your presence, but not in the way you might think. It's less about wearing the trendiest outfit and more about expressing your unique personality through your choices. When your appearance reflects who you are, you exude authenticity. Authenticity is compelling because it's rare. Men and people in general are drawn to individuals who are unapologetically themselves. Another key element is knowing how to own the space around you. This doesn't mean being loud or dominating. It's about creating an atmosphere of calm confidence. For instance, when you enter a room, take a moment to observe your surroundings instead of rushing to fill the silence. Let your presence unfold naturally. A woman who isn't afraid of stillness or observation commands respect without uttering a word. Finally, commanding your presence is about knowing your worth and acting accordingly. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable or play small to avoid judgment. Stand firm in your values, beliefs, and desires. When you live with integrity and purpose, it's impossible for others not to take notice. Men are irresistibly drawn to women who command their presence because it signals self-assurance and independence. It shows that you're not trying to compete for attention. You already have it simply by being you. Commanding presence is about showing up fully, authentically, and powerfully in every moment. And that is truly captivating. Setting high standards is one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate self-respect and inspire others to value you. High standards are not about being overly demanding or difficult. They're about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than what aligns with your values and aspirations. When you unapologetically uphold your standards, you become a woman of integrity, confidence, and magnetism. Men are naturally drawn to women with high standards because it signals that you value yourself and your time. A woman with clear expectations challenges men to step up and meet her level. This doesn't push away the right man. It draws him closer. It's an invitation to a higher level of connection, one built on mutual respect and shared values. Now, what does it mean to set high standards? It begins with defining what you truly want in a relationship and in life. What kind of partner complements your goals? What behaviors are non-negotiable for you? What qualities do you need in someone to feel truly fulfilled and supported? By getting clear on these answers, you create a roadmap for what you will and won't accept. Once your standards are set, it's crucial to communicate them confidently and respectfully. As a greater portion of these issues, you know you're going to have to. For example, if consistency is important to you, let it be known. Say something like, I value honesty and follow through in relationships because that's how I live my life. Now, this isn't about issuing ultimatums. It's about expressing your needs in a way that inspires mutual understanding. One of the biggest misconceptions about high standards is that they scare men away. The truth is, they only scare away those who aren't ready to meet them. A man who truly values you will see your standards as a reflection of your self-respect and will be motivated to meet or exceed them. It's a natural filter that weeds out those who don't align with your vision. However, high standards don't mean being inflexible or dismissive. And there's a difference between having standards and being unrealistic or overly critical. Balance your expectations with kindness, understanding, and an open mind. This shows emotional maturity and ensures that your standards are rooted in self-worth, not ego. Went more slow. Living up to your own standards is equally important. You can't expect others to meet a bar that you're not holding yourself to. For instance, if you value honesty, ensure that you communicate transparently. If you demand respect, make sure you treat others with the same courtesy. Authenticity is the cornerstone of maintaining high standards, and when you embody what you seek, others will naturally rise to meet you. Ultimately, setting high standards without apology isn't just about relationships. It's about how you show up in every area of your life. It's about saying, this is who I am, and I will not compromise my values. This unwavering confidence and self-assurance are magnetic. Men don't just chase women with high standards. They admire them, respect them, and are inspired by them.
There's nothing more captivating than a woman who is deeply connected to her passions and driven by a sense of purpose. This kind of energy is magnetic because it signals vitality, focus, and self-sufficiency. When you cultivate a life filled with meaning, you don't just attract attention, you inspire admiration and respect. Men are naturally drawn to women who are thriving in their own right. At its core, cultivating passion and purpose starts with introspection. What sets your soul on fire? What activities make you lose track of time? What causes or pursuits make you feel alive? These could range from artistic endeavors to professional goals, from a love of travel to a commitment to community service, whatever they are. Make these passions a priority in your life. A woman who is passionate about something radiates enthusiasm, which is incredibly attractive. Her energy is contagious because it shows that she is fully engaged with life. Men admire women who live vibrantly and can share that joy with others. It's a reminder that life is meant to be lived fully, and being around someone with that mindset is uplifting and inspiring. Purpose, on the other hand, is about having a deeper sense of direction. While passions can bring joy, purpose adds meaning to your actions. Your purpose might stem from personal goals, professional aspirations, or even the desire to create a positive impact on the world. When a woman lives with purpose, it shows that she is intentional about how she spends her time and energy. This creates a sense of gravity around her, a feeling that her life is meaningful and worth respecting. It's important to understand that your passion and purpose should exist independently of any relationship. A life of passion isn't built around another person. It's built around your own desires and ambitions. This independence is what makes you so alluring. It shows that while you value companionship, your happiness and fulfillment are not dependent on anyone else. The confidence that comes from pursuing your passions and purpose is unmistakable. It's evident in the way you talk about your interests, the way you dedicate time to your goals, and the way you carry yourself with pride. Men are drawn to this confidence because it represents a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to invest in herself. However, passion and purpose aren't just about grand gestures or lofty goals. They can also be found in the simple joys and routines of life. Whether it's mastering a skill, taking care of your health, or building meaningful relationships. Every step you take toward a fulfilling life adds to your magnetism. Ultimately, cultivating a life of passion and purpose isn't just about attracting others. It's about living authentically and creating a legacy you're proud of. When you focus on building a life that excites and fulfills you, you naturally become someone others want to be around. Men don't just chase women who are passionate and purposeful. They're inspired to join them on it. Kindness is a rare and powerful trait. And when you exude it without compromising your boundaries, you become truly irresistible. A woman who leads with kindness demonstrates emotional strength, compassion, and a deep understanding of others. However, when paired with firmness and self-respect, kindness transforms into a superpower that commands admiration and deep connection. Exuding kindness starts with how you treat others. Show genuine interest, empathy, and patience, even in situations that might challenge your composure. A warm smile, a thoughtful compliment or simply listening attentively can leave a lasting impression. Men are drawn to women who make them feel seen and appreciated, but what truly sets you apart is when this kindness stems from authenticity rather than a desire to please. However, kindness without boundaries can be mistaken for weakness. To avoid this, practice saying no when necessary and standing firm in your principles. For instance, if someone oversteps a line or disrespects you, it's important to address it calmly but assertively. This balance between being kind and holding your ground shows that you are compassionate yet unshakable, and men respect women who know how to protect their own well-being. Another key to exuding kindness without weakness is understanding the difference between helping and enabling. While it's noble to support others, it's not your job to fix someone or compromise your happiness for their sake. Set limits on what you're willing to give and ensure that your kindness doesn't lead to self-sacrifice. This reinforces the idea that your generosity is a choice, not a duty. Kindness paired with confidence is magnetic. When you act with grace and warmth while remaining true to your values, you create an environment of trust and safety. Men are drawn to women who are nurturing without being overbearing, loving without being dependent, and generous without being naive. It's also important to extend kindness to yourself. Self-compassion is the foundation of healthy relationships because it teaches you to honor your needs and forgive your flaws. When you treat yourself with the same care and respect you offer to others, you project an inner peace that is profoundly attractive. Finally, kindness should not be confused with passivity. A truly kind woman knows how to stand up for what she believes in and inspire others to do the same. Whether it's advocating for a cause, supporting a friend, or confronting injustice, your kindness can have a powerful ripple effect. This strength, wrapped in compassion, is what makes you unforgettable. In the end, exuding kindness without weakness is about being both soft and strong, open-hearted yet discerning. Men don't just chase women who are kind. They cherish them, respect them, and are inspired by their unique blend of grace and power. When you embody this balance, you create connections rooted in mutual admiration and genuine love. One of the most intriguing qualities a woman can possess is an air of mystery, an aura of depth, complexity, and curiosity that leaves others wanting to know more. It's not about being secretive or playing games. It's about cultivating a sense of intrigue that invites exploration without revealing everything all at once. When you maintain an air of mystery, you keep the dynamic fresh, exciting, and filled with possibilities. The power of mystery lies in its ability to keep someone engaged and wanting to discover more about you. When everything about you is laid bare too quickly, the excitement can fade and curiosity diminishes. However, when you leave certain aspects of yourself, your thoughts and your emotions open to interpretation, you create an irresistible magnetism. Men are drawn to women who don't reveal everything up front, those who allow them to explore the depths of their personality gradually. A key element of maintaining mystery is not oversharing. While being open and vulnerable is important in any relationship, there's strength in holding some parts of yourself back. This doesn't mean being distant or aloof. It means you reserve certain thoughts, experiences, and feelings for the right moment. When you share pieces of yourself at just the right time, it feels intentional and meaningful, which only adds to your allure. This also applies to your time. You don't need to be available at every moment, responding to every text or call instantly. By having your own life pursuits and goals, you create space and allow anticipation to build. Men are drawn to women who have their own passions, who don't hang on their every word, and who know that their time is valuable. This subtle dance of presence and absence is magnetic and keeps men intrigued. Another aspect of mystery is showing a range of emotions, thoughts, and interest that suggests there is more beneath the surface. When you have diverse passions, hobbies, and interests that you occasionally share in conversation, it sparks curiosity. A man may see that you have a rich inner world, something he hasn't yet fully explored, and that draws him in deeper. It's also important to understand that mystery isn't about playing hard to get or creating confusion for the sake. True mystery comes from a place of self-assurance, where you know who you are and what you want, but you don't feel the need to reveal every detail immediately. You keep a part of yourself for you, which makes your personality more layered and multidimensional. Mystery also gives you the power to shape how others perceive you. When you reveal your story in bits and pieces, you control the narrative and create an air of excitement and fascination. A man can't help but be captivated by someone who has a rich, unexplored depth. A woman who continuously offers new layers to discover. Finally, maintaining mystery encourages respect. It shows that you value yourself enough to leave room for growth in any relationship. You're not an open book that anyone can read immediately. You're a story that unfolds over time, and that makes you far more captivating. In the end, men are drawn to women who maintain an air of mystery because they spark curiosity, keep the dynamic fresh, and create a sense of adventure. When you embrace your own complexity and resist the urge to reveal everything at once, you elevate your presence and create a powerful connection that endures. Men don't just chase women who are mysterious. They chase the potential, the unknown, and the chance to uncover the layers of a truly remarkable woman. The truth is, these bold moves aren't just about making men chase you. They're about creating a life that's worth chasing. When you embody emotional independence, self-worth, and passion, you don't just attract attention, you inspire devotion. Remember, the most magnetic thing about you isn't what you look like. It's the strength of who you are. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights that empower you to own your journey and transform your relationships.